Hello, everyone, and welcome to Movie Couple Live. This is the show where we talk about the latest in pop culture and movie news. I'm Wendy,
I'm Dustin.
and happy Saturday. Thank you, Dustin. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. We got a lot of fun things on the show today, a more casual, laid back stream, not too many topics, but what we are going to talk about is not just Finn Wittrock being cast as Guy Klender, sorry. Guy Gardner. I was thinking about some Sideshow people, and Guy Klender came to my mind. Guy Gardner in the Green Lantern series for HBO. We're also talking about Disneyland reopening
hmm
and just a casual Q&A. Let's like do a little like back and forth because I know sometimes I don't feel like we get enough time in a single hour when we stream to get through that. So like let's just chit chat and let's just have a real nice laid back Saturday live stream. So grab your coffee, your tea, your water, and whatever. Cheers to you guys. Happy
Cheers.
Saturday. Tink. So, terrible sound with the
Oh
plastic
yeah.
cups.
Doesn't quite have the same effect as actually have clinking like
Kink,
mugs or something.
clink. You have to actually like make it, make the sound. So we hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. Thank you so much for being here. I see Jax here, JCL, Movie Bunch Debbie,
Hi
Sean
everybody.
Banja. Everybody is here. Oh, Sean, two Seans. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I know. Like there's two, but spelled different ways, I think. Anyways, you guys. So a couple of announcements before we kind of dive into the show here. As you guys know, the contents are a little bit thinner on the channel this week. I think we've only put up, aside from live streams, only put up 2 reaction videos. So we are planning to film something today after the stream, and then probably something tomorrow night when you
hmm
come home, and then I'll be an editing monster. But also trying not to work too hard on Monday because it's Dustin's birthday
Yay!
on Monday. So I have a hosting thing in the morning. I have a
And then we have 2 games
TTRPG.
at night
Oh, right. Your
because
game
we have the
too.
game that I DM
Dustin
on
has a
Monday night.
Dungeon and Dragon game that he DMs. It's a home game, and then I have one for Jasper's game day and for charity, and all the proceeds goes to suicide prevention. So I will link that on all my social media once I have like gathered all the information, and probably in like a day or two I'll probably put everything out. But yeah, so that's Monday's super busy
It's
day.
gotten pretty busy around here. I
It's
mean,
because
ever
you
since
got busy.
well, yeah, true. I mean, my availability now has gone right
Yeah.
down into the tank since you're starting the job back up again, leaving the house for an entire you've kind of lost the whole day of Dustin
Yeah.
because as soon as I come home, I'm like, my body's just not used to actually having to go out, be amongst people, constantly be moving, walking around,
You had
being
a
out
whole
in the
year
hot
off.
sun,
Your
and my
body
body's
had a
just
whole
like,
year off.
no, go back into your bubble.
Oh God.
It's like as soon as I actually start getting used to being kind of like quarantined and locked up, that's when I have to go back out. And my body's like, well, wait a second. We just got used to what we were doing. And now you're changing it. Surprise! Changing
Yeah.
it back up on us.
So that's why you see a little bit of lack of content because I got to figure out when to film, because sometimes content that we have are kind of timely, and
Mm-hmm.
other times we can afford it being delayed just a little bit, but not too much. But what we do have coming up is the Bad Batch
Mm-hmm.
next week. Yes. So we definitely will be doing a reaction slash spoiler review for that, and then our Saturdays will again turn into spoiler alert discussion for the Bad Batch. So make sure you stay tuned for all that stuff that is coming amongst all the 50 million other things that I want to review and watch. But I gotta wait for this one to get home now.
Well,
So
the good thing about this week actually having a nice little break from either Falcon Winter Soldier or having some kind of show that we are actually doing reactions to is the
Mhm.
fact that we actually got the new Assemble
Oh
featurette
right, for
for the
Falcon
Falcon
and
and
the
the Winter
Winter
Soldier. If
Soldier.
you guys haven't had a chance to go and check that out, it is a great little documentary. It's great. A lot of this stuff is stuff that we kind of already knew or already had guessed, but it's great to hear the passion, the thought, um the mindset
Oh, and Into
of
the
the
Party is
actors.
here.
Hey guys.
We want to go back into quarantine. Just out, just went out, and the world is back again. Don't like it. Yeah, I know. There's a little bit of that like anxiety as things starts to reopen, and also just want to say a quick thank you to Robert and Vanessa for always looking out for fellow YouTubers. That's all I will say for now until further is revealed. But thank you for that. You guys know what I'm talking about. And I'll tell all the movie bunch, and everybody else when I can later. So thank you for that. But yeah, I agree. Like going out now, it's in California, it's not too different.
Yeah,
I would say it's still
starting to change,
but it is starting to a little bit here and there, and you still get that like sometimes you still get people who come into like say I don't know, a coffee shop or something like that, and like they don't want to wear a mask.
I had my
and it's
first
like,
anti-masker.
my dude, you've had a whole year of this. Are we still complaining about it? You've complained about the whole year. Like, just put it on, do your business, go out and take off your mask. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, I had a guy come
You're
into
wasting
work.
time just talking about it.
I had this guy come into work, and he was like, "Well, I want to come in," and we're like, "Sorry, you have to have a mask." Well, I don't want you got. And first time I had to actually encounter that. I'd heard about it happening a million times to other people, but the first time I actually had to deal with someone like that. And I have to admit, it's, the anxiety just is at a certain rate. And then when that happens, you're just like, boom, 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 boom.
It's
like,
because you don't know how far the person's going to escalate it.
Yes, exactly.
Right? It's kind of, you just say, okay, just nod your head and smile. Well, you can't see them. Your smile behind the mask.
The smile.
But you should just wear masks that have a giant smiley face on it. Like, just like stick it on.
Do you think that would be creepy to wear, like, say, a mask that actually had like the Joker grin on it, kind of a thing?
I've seen people with character face masks like that. But look, I made a whole point to make masks a part of my outfit. I need to stop buying masks, but I keep buying more because I'm like, ooh, this will look really cute with this outfit. So then I gotta go and buy a specific pattern or a color. Like, if I'm gonna wear them, I'm gonna look cute wearing it. That's what I'm saying. It's an extra accessory that I get to like color match.
I have to admit, there are some people who have come to work and they brought, since I work at a kids museum, they have like their kids completely matching. And one kid, they didn't mean to do it, but they had like the outfit, the mask, and we have a little place where they can like ride bikes. And if they want, they can bring like their own helmet.
Oh my God.
Whole ensemble completely matched.
Yeah.
And the mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, you guys match. That is so cool. And the mom looks at him and goes, oh, I didn't even mean to do that.
Or did she? And she's just being humble. She's
being
like,
humble.
Yeah, I did that. Look how cute my kid looks in their getup. But anyways, that's all to say. As things open up, and if you're gonna go out and do things, just remember, bring your patience and bring your kindness, especially to the people who are working. So they deal with enough already. So just be kind. Paul, hi. Paul is in the chat.
Hey!
Hello, good to see you. Or not see you, but because we're not seeing you, but you're seeing us. Hello. I see a couple of you guys talking about the Falcon and the Winter Soldier featurette. One of my favorite things in it was the impromptu commercial that Zemo did for Sokovia. I feel like at the end of it, you said it, so I have to give credit where it's due. It's almost in line as if Falcon and the Winter Soldier had those commercial breaks like WandaVision did. That would fit in perfectly, except that it would be Zemo in a suit
as good
shop.
As me? Try Sokovia.
And he can come out with like the tailor, like with the chalk and the tape, and then takes out the glasses. Welcome to Sokovia.
I love to see the chemistry between the actors, especially when it was the three of them, when it was Sam, when it was Sebastian, and it was the names escape me. The guy who plays Zemo,
Daniel Bra.
And the fact that when all three of them were together, the director was just like, oh you guys,
we're working.
We're trying to be productive here.
Yeah.
And it just makes you appreciate what the work is that they put in behind it and just how much fun they were actually having. And it shows in the end product. It really does. You can sit down and watch so many of these scenes and go, those guys were just having so much fun.
Yeah.
And I would have loved to have been on set. And honestly, I would love to do anything, be on set with Anthony Mackie, just because he seems like such a character.
Seems like such a cool guy, hardworking, but knows how to have fun. But you also got to see, the moments like when they're really, really in it. Like they're in it when they were on the bridge before they enter Madripoor. Kind of, he's in that suit, and I guess they had like cut for either resetting up or whatever. You got to go back to one if you've been on set. And he goes. It's just an actor being, like in that moment. He's like, let's go, I'm in it. And I was like, oh, don't lose that moment. Because when you, as an actor, when you're inspired, you're like so in sync, you are your character. You want to just go again so you don't lose that energy. Same thing, Catherine Hahn did it too when she was up on the wires for that final fight with Wanda.
Oh yeah.
And she was up on the wire. She goes, one more, give me one more. And I was like, no, you gotta. When an actor says that, you gotta listen, because that's probably the take you're gonna use, because they're in it. They're gonna push 200%. So as an actor, I love watching when they are so inspired and so in the moment. Like it's really incredible to watch, because you feel the excitement for them. Like they're in it right now. They're performing it. And I know it's a part of the job, but like,
what was
it's
that
amazing.
one thing that Anthony Mackie said when they were doing the wire work and he gets pulled up to the side of the airplane, and like turns and looks at camera, and he said something like a Beyonce thing, I think.
I think so too, but
And
I
was
can't
just
remember.
like, that is hilarious. The fact that he just strikes that pose and he looks awesome doing this.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I love I love the featurettes. And as always, because I'm greedy, I always want more.
Oh yeah.
Like they could have given us a full hour on how they put together the stunt fighting, the air stuff,
the stuff that they showed us with the air. I love how the technology has gotten to the point to where like they know how to tweak it. They're like, okay, to make this look as real as possible, we need like Anthony Mackie's face. We'll digitally put in everything else that's not a human face, because they know that, trying to put someone's face into trying to do that digitally, it's just that uncanny valley, and it's not gonna work. So they do they're like, okay, fine, we'll just do everything else.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, that's
they
brilliant.
even CGI'd over the helicopter that they used for the shoot, because they did have a helicopter, but then they changed, like, so it looked appropriate for the time and the location and who, like, what I think what like company, or not company, but what country the helicopter was coming from. So it's like really impressive, because to our untrained eyes we couldn't tell.
Yeah,
like it looked really
it
great.
looked amazing.
Yeah.
So, and it was really cool to see all of that process, because at the time when you're watching it, you're like, what's real, what's not, how did they do this? And now you're able to see exactly step by step how they digitally imposed it, how they were able to do. I was like, how did they do all of those stunts on the roof of those trucks?
Yeah, and it's like 3 different stages. They had like the sound stage with the blocks, like the thing set up, and then they had trucks that were only feet off, and then they had actual trucks, but then they only had stunt. So it's really interesting. It's a whole big production, and they also talked about production getting shut down due to COVID, so they had to get their crew of 100 people out of Prague ASAP so they wouldn't get stuck there, because who knew? And then eventually slowly trickle back. So it's a whole thing, and I appreciate them really showing us all the behind the scenes and stuff, and everybody worked so hard. So our applause is to you, Marvel and Disney, for putting all that together. We have a couple of super chats to get to.
Okie dokie.
This first one comes from Marvin Martin. Thank you so much, Marvin, always supporting us here. Marvin writes, your ultimate fantasy magic birthday wish.
Fantasy magic. Well, if I could wear clothes, I'd like to have like Dr. Manhattan kind of magic, kind of a thing. Because, walking around naked, I think would be just a little weird, having to walk around naked. But I think he actually had the choice to either put on clothes or not. He just chose to, walk around naked.
He's like, observe me. Notice
observe
me.
My mightiness.
Look at my blueness.
My blueness.
Everything.
Having powers like Dr. Manhattan would be really cool. But that's if I wanted to go like just completely OP, completely overpowered. Magic. I mean, just there's so many magic formats out there that's a fun question to just kind of play with, to kind of sit down and be like, okay, how would I want to Navi? Every time I immediately stop petting her. She's like, Daddy. So you want to
bring her
you want to come up here?
She always wants to come up, and then she'll hate it about 2 seconds in.
And then get all squirmy.
And she's like, I hate it. I don't like being in front of the camera. I don't want to do any of this. But then she begs and begs and begs until we put her down. And then she's like, forget this. And then she'll leave. And then we'll find her later, like pouting in her bed.
My ultimate fantasy magic would be to
communicate with
Navi forever.
I want to be able to talk to a dog.
That would be kind of cool. I think that
Communicate with
would
the
be
animals.
to be able to fully communicate with animals and be like able to understand exactly what is going on in your
What's in
little
your
brain.
head? What do you tell us? What do you want?
Feed me, give me loves and food, and that's it.
That's it. More treats, please. That's it. That's all she wants. We also have a super chat from Vanja who writes, "Happy birthday,
Thank
Dustin.
you.
I found some good TKD outfits for a good price. Should I go for it? Always wanted to get one,
Ooh.
even though I didn't have one TKD session. Well, it depends. Are you comfortable at, spending the money? If I feel like if you're really passionate about it, you feel the price is justified within your budget, I say go for it. We have, I guess I'll show them off real quick.
Oh,
They're just
okay.
basic Ds. They're not anything special.
Oh yeah, I mean our taekwondo. I mean you can probably get a really good taekwondo outfit, not too expensively on Amazon, kind of
This
a thing.
is this is just our basic
Or
ones.
go and find a studio, and
It says
sometimes
Wendy in Korean.
part of like taking just like starting your classes, they will include the gi.
Yeah, these came with like we paid for two. No, we signed up for 4 classes or 2 months worth of classes,
Yeah.
and then they gave us our gis for free, and then we joined.
Oh yeah, and then we got into like the black belt club.
Basically, you pay like I don't remember the price of it up until you are finished paying it, but that guarantees you to get your black belt, which you obviously still have to work towards. You still have to do the testing, but your testing fees are covered until you get to your black belt. So this is like a part of their it's our studio's like rule. So this is their black belt club gis, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still called gi? Is that the
Yeah,
right
it's a gi.
terminology?
I believe
So
it's
this
it's
is the
called a
one
taekwondo gi.
that we have. I actually love this one. This, ironically, is the oh shoot.
Whoa. Oh,
Wow.
did it not spill?
Not at all.
Hey,
A little condensation.
having the magic of a plastic lid on your coffee.
There you go. That stays. This is ironically the one that I wore for my Cadillac commercial.
Oh, really?
Because they asked if you had a gi and if you felt comfortable wearing it. And I was like, I mean, I have it. Why not? So yeah.
Was it for the audition?
For the audition. For the whole thing. For the whole not for the shoot.
Yeah, because I'm like, they couldn't use it for the shoot.
No, they had their own designed and tailored. So, anyways, that was that little show. But yes, Vanja, if you feel like that's something you really want, it's within your price range and budget, and it's gonna make you happy at the end of the day, go for it. That's what we think. But up to you. Paul writes, would you guys rather spend a weekend vacation in Westview, Random Era, or Madripoor?
Whoa. I don't know how long I would survive in Madripoor.
Great question. So you'd rather be in Westview, not being inside your head?
Oh yeah, true.
I go Madripoor 100%, especially if I can have that cool song as my like theme music.
Mm-hmm. You can have like that cool walk,
strut,
and just wherever you go, you just have that theme music.
See if you can try to get into like one of the parties that the power broker Sharon is like that she's throwing, or you can go to the bar.
Would you do that same shot that
Heck
Anthony?
No. Heck and no. Heck and no.
No, not doing that.
No, I will happily watch someone partake in it. I will watch it and like Instagram it for you. But
oh my gosh,
I couldn't do it.
But back to that, I just loved how Anthony Mackie played that. He was just like, just like he was like his body was saying no, but he's like, no, I have to do it. Yeah. I think he just played that so well.
Absolutely. I do think I have to mop up that area just a little bit, but I'll do it after the show. What about you guys? Would you guys spend the weekend in Westview or Madripoor? So you would go Madripoor.
Madripoor.
I would go Madripoor.
Well,
if we can afford it, we'd be in Hightown though, probably. Just because I want it, because they didn't show it to us. Like we didn't even really see Lowtown. Technically, we saw the bar in Lowtown.
Yeah.
And like the way there. So I would love to like spend the weekend in Hightown because we didn't get to see it in the show. So I want to see what it's like. It's probably too snobby for me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm out.
And also with Westview, here's the thing. I mean, would you actually be doing things that you want to do for fun? Or would it be you're just doing whatever
you're being puppeteered by Wanda wants?
Or are you being puppeteered by Wanda the entire time?
Well,
so I mean,
okay.
And plus it's also the fact that you don't get to enjoy it because they were saying that there was so much pain.
How about what if we're in Westview, but you get to pick the era? What era would you be in?
Oh, that's a good one. Probably. I probably want to do like the older eras, just because I lived through the 80s and 90s, so that's not much
We've
of a
been
big
been there.
deal. I saw, since I was born in the 80s, I saw a lot of remnants of the 70s when I was younger.
Yeah.
But actually being able to be like back in like the 50s kind of thing, the 50s and 40s would be kind of weird. And would I be in black and white?
Yeah, I think so. That'd be kind of cool. You don't
I
have
would.
to worry about matching at all.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about colors.
Yeah, because it all technically will look black and or that kind of monochromatic sort of look.
Mm-hmm.
We have a question here from JCL who writes, "Would you rather dance with Baron Zemo or Fietro? I guess emo Peter."
Oh, I'd have to go with Pietro.
I go with Zemo.
Really?
Zemo was having a great time.
No,
He was
true,
just
but
like,
well,
yeah,
I'm true. I guess Pietro would kind of be kind of a prankster. Like you'd be dancing there, and all of a
he'd
sudden
zoom
your
around
pants
you.
would fall down, kind of a thing.
Yeah, hard pass. Hard pass. That's a no. Another super chat from Marvin.
Thanks,
Marvin,
Marvin.
thank you so much. Marvin writes, if you got an Orin, 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 or Last Action Hero ticket.
Oh, so honestly, I would love to
Mm,
have a Last Action Hero ticket to be able to go into any movie I wanted to. And I have always I've thought about this a
trying to
lot,
think.
which is really weird because the movie I personally did not like very much, but I liked the idea of being able to go into any movie you wanted.
Yeah.
Could you also make a movie to where you kind of make the setting, and you even can do it on like kind of like your phone, and kind of just make up a movie?
Emo Peter Spider-Man 3. Sorry, I was wrong.
Oh, then yeah, Zemo.
Sorry. Oh God. I didn't like that scene. I really
No.
didn't love it. But I feel like Tobey Maguire had a blast.
Yeah, it really does
See,
seem
like
like
as
he
an
had.
actor, he's like, yeah, I could do whatever I want. I'm getting paid. Like that's kind of cool. But we would our choice would go with Zemo. And for this one, I think I would also pick Last Action Hero.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Because
that
I
would be
always
a
wanted
lot
to
of
like kind of
fun.
like make my own movie that I could go into.
Yeah.
My first thing I was like, oh, you know what I would do? I would go into Aladdin, get the
Mhm.
lamp, make my 3 wishes, get out of the movie,
Okay.
and then I would have all these powers and abilities to go into other movies and do whatever I want, kind of a thing.
Ooh.
I've had that planned for so long. And here's another thing. Would you be able, with the Last Action Hero ticket, say
Mhm.
like edit together some old family videos and be able to go into those and relive those moments, kind of a thing? So
Aww.
like say for example, yeah, if like say a loved one died, could you
Aw.
replay some old family videos and go into those memories?
That's very like WandaVision right there.
Mhm.
Wow. That would be, but I don't know if I would want. No, I would want that.
That would be
I would
something. I
want
mean,
that.
because yeah, for me, it would always. I mean, it always comes back to me wanting to spend more time with my brother.
Yeah,
Kind of a thing.
absolutely.
So that's something that I
Absolutely.
have thought about. So I love that question though, because that is a question that has been on my mind since the movie came out. That was
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Blade writes, I agree. Last Action Hero ticket for sure. Everything that came out from the movies worked in the real world. I would go into the Star Wars movies and get a real lightsaber.
Oh, that's brilliant!
Take that to
Go on.
Galaxy's Edge. Be like super flex. Boom.
You want to see a lightsaber? That's not a lightsaber.
6 feet, everyone.
This is a lightsaber. You could, oh my gosh, the possibilities of that are endless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go into Harry Potter and get
Get a wand.
You can go into
Drinking a real butterbeer and see how it tastes to like the ones that we
and then
had.
you could
in
actually
our
come back
world.
into this world and create your own, the real butterbeer kind of thing.
Yeah. We have another super chat from from
Marvin!
Marvin writes, of all martial arts, why do you think Taekwondo is so popular? I actually don't know if Taekwondo is the top one.
Yeah.
It happens
because,
to be the one that Dustin and I picked. We were debating before we started to train. I was kind of like, maybe I want to go like kung fu, like
yeah.
wuxia type of deal, do all the cool flurry and stuff like that. But then we also thought that Taekwondo, mostly it is kicking, but the forms and everything, I just thought it created a real nice base for us once we would decide that we want to explore into other types of martial arts. It would set a good base for us. So that's kind of why we went for it. And maybe that's the way everybody thinks too, or maybe it is the one that's maybe talked about most. But I think
Yeah.
judo is equally popular. I think Muay Thai is popular.
I also
Um,
think that kicking is a lot more flashy and it
on
looks a lot
film, heck
cooler on
yeah.
film in an actual fight. Like say if you saw a guy punch a guy in the head and he goes down. Oh, that's cool. Someone does like a spinning back kick,
Mhm.
and you see the guy go
Do you like
down.
the
You're like,
540?
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
One of our masters used to do it after
Oh,
class. He used to demo it. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I could never. But yeah, maybe
being
one
able to
day.
see stuff like that it's very impressive
Yeah.
and it's very flashy. So it looks like I want to be able to do that.
Hmm.
So that might be a reason.
Yeah.
But then, of course, yeah, then you have like lesser well known is like if Ray Parks hadn't become Darth Maul, would Wushu be as popular kind of as it is?
Exactly. Justin J Wood is here in the chat. Justin made it.
Hey!
It's always hard for Justin and I to catch each other's shows. Justin and I, how did we even initially meet? It was via streaming.
Yeah.
So, and a couple of mutual friends and things like that. But he is all the way in Australia. We're all the way here in the States. So I used to be able to catch, or should I say, lurk on Justin's shows when we were doing WandaVision because he would go live as I was still editing and waiting for it to go up. So I would watch him on my phone to keep sane and to feel like I had like company to talk to, even though I wasn't really talking. I was just
You just gotta
chatting and stuff.
listen.
Right. But you guys check out Justin on Twitch, Justin J Wood. I believe it's just the handle that you can find him at. And Justin has been like a tremendous help in me with my Twitch stuff because like I may know my way around YouTube a little bit because I've been doing it for so long, but Twitch is like a whole new monster. I
Yeah.
got the basics
He helped you
figured out.
set that up so well.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
so
we
much for
have
that,
further
man.
conversations for that to come because I just made affiliate. Yay! So now there's going to be emotes and subs and bits and all this other stuff that I was trying to look up yesterday to get familiarized. So there you go. Follow Justin on Twitch and everywhere else at Justin J Wood. Let me pop up his like little yay,
Woo!
Justin. Did we miss any other? No,
Nope,
right?
I think we're good.
Okay, so before we answer any more questions and just kind of casual chit chat with you guys, we're gonna go ahead and chat real quick about this topic here. So Finn Wittrock is to star as Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, in the HBO upcoming Green Lantern series. I don't even remember hearing about this like Lantern series,
I
but maybe
know.
I have, and it was just a while ago. But if the name Finn Wittrock sounds familiar to you and you've watched American Horror Story, that's where I mostly know him from.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy his characters that he's played in American Horror Story, but I'm pretty excited that he's going to be in this series. But I was also surprised that they actually picked Guy Gardner as like one of the main characters.
Yeah.
I just thought,
He's
I don't know, I've always thought like John Stewart.
yeah,
I've
Jon
always thought
Stewart,
like that's
Hal
my go-to.
Jordan.
Exactly.
And Guy Gardner's always kind of no, I mean, to kind of hit the nail on the head, he's kind of the redheaded stepchild kind of a thing. And he's one of those superheroes that you love to hate because he's so cocky. He's just that quintessential, like, red-blooded American kind of like, yeah, we're going to go in there, kick ass and take names. Take names and kick ass or what, however. And he's just so self-confident. I love the fact that he has so much willpower because he's so unwaveringly confident in himself.
Yeah.
That's why the ring chose him. And it's just kind of it's working with him is just a pain in the butt because he's so cocky, he's so arrogant. True, he does good work and he is a good guy. He's just an ass kind of a thing.
He's cocky and he knows it.
Yeah,
sort of
exactly.
He's very confident.
I'm awesome and I know it.
So I'm very interested to see Finn Wittrock take on this character and see how he's going to portray him and kind of see everybody's reaction to Guy Gardner because I feel like at least two of us have this like preconceived notion of who he is and in his personality, but I really want to see an actor bring that to life in a full fleshed out series. And I also want to call out Rututu's comment saying Jon Stewart is going to be the movie Green Lantern. So interesting that you say that because I think I just saw on Twitter that the actor who portrayed the Green Lantern that we saw in the Snyder Cut, I believe the actor's name is Wayne T. Carr, just like shared a quick like behind the scene, not footage, but a photo
Yeah, of him in
of it.
his
But
like the
right, but
computer suit.
I don't actually think like
Mocap.
his cut was in the Snyder cut for some reason. Like I don't remember. Like we saw a Green Lantern, but it was so quick, and that definitely wasn't John Stewart.
No, at that time that was
So
way like in the past. So it could not have been John Stewart.
no, but I'm gonna show Dustin right now.
No, I believe
Oh,
I
you
saw it.
You saw
I
it this
saw
morning,
and yeah, it shows like the camera, and then
and
it
the
shows
green
him
screen,
and the green screen in the
and,
back,
like,
and I'm like, I wanted to see John
casting was
Stewart.
perfect.
He looks like a really
just
good
like
John Stewart.
Yeah, and it's a shame that like I don't remember if you guys see it there.
Yeah, it's pretty much all green screen. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's on Twitter if you guys need to see it. Blade GTR says Guy Gardner is such a cocky douche that he's one of those guys you're gonna love to hate and hate to love, probably.
No, very much true. Because and hate to love as well, because there's going to be some things that make you go, oh, that was awesome, good job. And he's like, I know, wasn't it? That was so amazing. I mean, you guys wish you can be that amazing.
Oh,
and then you're like, why did I compliment him?
Just like, yeah,
why did I give him the credit? He does not need his head to be any bigger, but he did just save my life.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, thank you. I know.
I haven't seen the whole season, and I want to really bad.
Of what?
Season 3 of Young Justice. But I saw a few clips, and I'm like, of Guy Gardner in that. I'm like, this is the way to do Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Because I loved how he's just this loose cannon. But sometimes it's good to have a loose cannon on your side.
Absolutely.
Because they just happen to explode in the right direction.
Absolutely. And Sean sending in a super chat here. Sean writes, which item would you get from the MCU? The Mjolnir, Cap Shield, Infinity Gauntlet, Iron Man suit, and etc. I would get the gauntlet to snap away COVID. Can you imagine if you could just, oh God.
Yeah, just snap stuff
wish.
But this is the thing. If we used it, would we only be able to use it once and then you're dead? Kind of like Tony. Kind of a thing. Would we be able to use it more than once?
Such a heroic sacrifice, though, to erase COVID.
True. That is very true. But I mean, I know it's not like that. I know it's not like that.
I know what
comics.
I would want. You go first.
An Iron Man suit I would love. But I think top of my list would be a Green Lantern ring.
MCU, baby. That's DCEU.
Oh, out of the MCU.
The question is MCU.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about Guy Gardner.
I know.
So
great. He's in your head.
So from definitely the Iron Man suit would be top on my list. Probably Mjolnir would be cool, but it's not as versatile kind of thing. Like, say for example, I wanted to fly. But it can never be
stolen. You can just leave it.
True.
If no one else will be worthy enough to pick it up.
I can have the Iron Man suit be able to scan my face and my retinas to be like, identity identify, or the person identified. You may enter, Dustin. And then it'll hop in the suit. I mean, and Iron Man did that in Iron Man 3. Remember when he parked it outside and he just went into the restaurant?
Yeah, that's true. So that's what you would want. Iron Man suit.
Right off the top of my head, that's what I would first go to out of the list. Give me a few seconds to actually think about maybe like, okay, what other cool things have we seen in the MCU? Because that also includes that spear that Loki had. That would be.
Oh, right.
That is a useful item because, you could, if someone's arguing with you at the store, you just tink. And like, oh, sure, you can cut in line in front of me kind of a thing. And if someone tries to attack you, it's a weapon and multi-use item.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh, I like what Blade put down. Yondu's arrow.
I would never be able to use it because I can't whistle.
Yeah, true.
I can't whistle or snap in real life. So technically, I should not have the gauntlet nor the whistle because I'm like either accidentally harm myself or somebody else and have the snap go completely wrong. So those things I can't have. But that is a really great answer.
If you wanted to make a stretch on this, there's that spaceship that Nick Fury was on when at the end of Miss Marvel. So maybe I could stretch the rules out a little bit and I'll take the spaceship.
But top of your list. You
Top
keep
of the
adding. You
list.
keep adding
Okay,
onto your list.
Iron Man suit.
Okay.
Iron Man suit. I've wanted an Iron Man suit ever since the first movie
This
came
is
out.
true.
It's the very first MCU cool gadget or cool item that we saw. So if you pushing me, I'm like, okay, fine, Iron Man suit.
That one. Are you looking to me for my answer?
Oh, I was looking to say, I was like, yeah, that was what I wanted. Is there anything that you would want?
I would want. It's not really quite as powerful, but I would want Doctor Strange, the cloak of levitation.
Oh, true.
Because in a previous live stream, I would say that my like superpower, I would want to fly. If the cloak would enable me to also fly, I would want
Hmm.
that. And it could also like kind of like the magic carpet. It would kind of fight for me, and it's got its personality of its own. I find that really cool. It's kind of like an invisible friend, buddy, fight partner. Plus, it can help me to fly. I think it's really versatile and a great
Hmm.
fashion statement. Like just put on
You
a
just
cape.
look super
And
cool.
this is not a cape that would get stuck like Edna Mode would be like worried about, because it has the ability to function on its own. So
Hmm.
it wouldn't really get caught in that. So that's what I would want.
I'm going to go back a little bit to Eye of Agamotto
Oh, to change back.
to go back in
To go
time.
back in time, not to change back time.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I
Yeah.
mean, plus then you do have all the different power,
Slow down. It's okay. Too much. Maybe I just
all of the
shouldn't have had you that coffee
all
for
of the
you.
Infinity Stones too, in their individual forms. And
Yeah.
couldn't use the Power Stone because you'd blow up. But
Yeah.
Eye of Agamotto, that wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be bad. I want to go back to the comments and see what some of you guys were saying.
Spider-Man suit.
Spider-Man. Oh my God, Dustin.
I keep on thinking of cool ones.
Rututu says he would want the super soldier serum. Dora
That is a-
Milaje Spears, the whip that Bushman had to send my soul to the afterlife.
That's pretty
What
cool.
else? The Kimoyo beads from Black Panther.
Oh, the Black Panther suit.
Carol's powers.
That would be really cool. Yeah, there's
The
just so many things.
stones.
That's the thing. Once you start hearing more and more ideas, you're like, oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
this
Oh
one,
yeah,
that
that
one.
one. No, wait. And then
Mhm.
but honestly, I still kind of lean a little bit more towards the Iron Man suit.
Naturally.
Because there's
Naturally.
just so many things that suit can do. You can fly with it. You can defend yourself with it.
Mhm.
You know,
Did you just lick my knee, Nabi?
she's like, your needed licking, mommy.
I guess so. And we also have a quick topic on this. We don't have any photos to show you, but we do have the actress who was playing Miss Marvel, Iman Vellani, spotted. Like set photos were unveiled. I think it was like Just Jared that released some of them. I don't think they're like official photos, which is why we don't have them here. But she has been spotted in her Miss Marvel costume. Obviously, we know this is for the upcoming Disney Plus show, and I say the costume looked right on.
Yeah.
It's almost exactly what I was imagining. It's very similar to what's been shown in the comics, as well as the video game, the Avengers video game. But they added some extra like flourishing, like little patterns and stuff like that on the shoulder area.
Yeah, they added
like
some of
blue stuff here.
the shoulder pads, kind of like what Captain Marvel had on her
Oh,
shoulders.
so they wanted to tie that in just a
Yeah.
little bit, I think.
And the same
Interesting.
color scheme, and it really does seem
Mhm.
like they just pulled her right out of the comics.
Yeah.
The way she looks, not just the costume, but the actress herself looks so much like Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about in which direction they're going. And then you scroll down at the picture and then you see her sneakers. And I'm like, okay, it shows that she put all of her money into the suit itself and was like, you know what? I just want to make sure I have comfy shoes.
But also, I feel like no one's gonna be looking at her shoes.
No, that's
You
true.
know, considering
often do you
her
really know?
powers and everything. I would like to think that people are focused on that and like not what kind of shoes she's wearing. But it is really cool to kind of get like a first little sneak peek, ahead of the show coming out, which I know we won't be getting for a little while because we still have Loki to go through amongst other things.
Well, yeah,
So
and they're still filming it, huh?
I think these are set photos, so they're definitely in production. But it's just a nice little tease into that world that we have yet to see, but we'll soon see. And speaking of worlds, you guys, Disneyland has finally officially reopened after 400 days. Over 400 days that it's been closed due to COVID. So yesterday was the first day that it's reopened its gates, welcome guests. They are operating at a 25% capacity, and I do have a couple of friends who went amongst the bloggers that I know, also just some Disney fanatics that went, and it was like empty, considering what we're used to.
A part of me is very, very jealous.
We might make an impromptu trip this week. We'll take a look at our bank account and see if we can afford a quick 1-day trip before Dustin has to go back to work.
Yeah.
So
And to
we'll
kind of celebrate
see.
my birthday.
Yeah,
kind of
to
a thing.
celebrate, because like last year we didn't do anything for his birthday. This year we didn't really exactly plan anything because everything is still kind of unknown. We're not sure, but we just might. We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted for that.
Yeah, Wendy showed me a video. I think it was either on Instagram or on TikTok. And someone was like, this is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity.
Yeah.
And when you really think about it, it is.
Mhm.
When are you going to have the chance
Yeah.
to go to Disneyland at 25% capacity? Or that is the most it will get. I mean, I don't think there's been a time before COVID where Disney was only at 25% capacity where you could go, unless like the whole park was shut down because Michael Jackson bought it out, kind of a thing.
Right. No, I've never seen it I've seen it empty. But
maybe like 50%
still,
capacity.
or let's say like 60, 70. And even then it's you still would, at the longest wait, maybe the shortest wait you have, 10 minutes for Pirates, something like that. But yesterday was like 10 minutes for Space Mountain. You're like, wait, what? And this is also, keep in mind, they can't load the vehicle, they can't put people in every seat. You have to social distance on these. So I think it's like, depending on the household, like if you have 3 people in your household, then that's the entire car, and they can't, because then you're not giving that 6 feet distance. And they're also, from what I was reading on social media, the cast members as well as like the ride operators are keeping a very close eye on the guests while they're on the ride, as they progress through the rides, to make sure you're still keeping your mask on. Like, don't ever think you are not being seen at Disney. They have cameras up the wazoo in that place. You are on camera everywhere. If you want to try to do something, know that they have your face from somewhere else.
And that kind of makes sense because, I know there was that thing back when I was really young about people trying to find places to have sex at Disney, kind of a thing. So now Disney's like, nope, we're not going to allow that.
Oh, back? Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. People were trying to find little places
just
where
they
know
can
they
say
weren't
they
cameras,
did it
so they can
at
say,
Disney.
It's kind of like that whole Mile High Club kind of thing,
I guess.
And I'm just like, that makes sense. Disney's now just like, okay, fine. You want to try to do that? We'll put cameras everywhere. And that's what they had to shut down that website called Flash Mountain.
Yeah.
Because so many people.
Oh, right. Because people were like flashing the camera as they come down, and then they would have to block the photos, and so people wouldn't buy them. Yeah, it just takes that one person to like ruin the experience. Because
everything.
What if you're on the same like ride vehicle as someone else, but you're not with their family? So now what? You can't buy the photo.
Oh yeah.
If you want it, as like if you travel, say from like overseas, and you're coming to Disneyland. And then you would have to, I would assume though, the cast members would say, we're so sorry about this. And they just push them to the head of the line so they can write. And hopefully everybody will be okay with them writing it again. Because I'd be pretty pissed.
Oh yeah, I'd be.
Like, it's not just about you guys and your antics. I think Debbie said she put something in the Discord. So I'm going to take a look. I don't know what this is.
Oh, that's a pretty cool looking mask.
Is it a mask, Debbie? What is this? Hold on.
It looks very Winter Soldiery.
I would like full on wear this into like as a Disney bound Darth Vader stormtrooper.
Yeah.
This looks sick. What is it? Oh, okay. A new era of smart masks has emerged, combining face technology with integrated audio engineering.
Oh, so it's actually like a speak. Is it like a speaker too?
Active fan ventilation, dual HEPA. I don't know if you say HEPA or HEPA, or I'm just gonna say out the letters. There's also an active exhaust filter. Whoa.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. And audio. So there's a fan control, so it's not too hot. In the summer, there's light. Whoa. You could straight up like turn this, talk about making a mask a part of your outfit.
And if you guys want to check it out, that should be up on our Discord. Do you want to put, do we have our Discord link that we can put up there? What category is it under?
That's under live stream discussion. But if you guys would like to join our movie bunch, Discord. We keep it fun, we keep it casual, we keep it very friendly in our community. So do know that coming in, you know, we have respect for everybody and their opinion, and it's a space for discussions and conversation and not fighting and bullying people. Because we see
Exactly.
that you are out
Out.
of there. Will I Am created it. Okay, so Will, that looks aesthetically very on brand for Will I Am. It's a lot of money. I would imagine so. It feels like there's a lot of tech
Yeah.
into that mask. But then once you have that, like
You don't
whether you
need
get a
anything
black or a
else.
white one, like if there's lighting and stuff like that, like do you really need anything else?
I would love to. I just because I think you would look so cool. No one
Mhm.
would tease you for that mask. Everyone would be
Yeah.
like, "Where did you get that? I want it." Kind of
Yeah,
a thing.
absolutely.
So, depending on how I'm going to go look at it when we're done
Hmm.
and actually see how much it is. It's probably I'm guessing that it's a couple $100s.
Wait, hold on. I had the. Let me just open the
Oh,
thing
did you actually
again.
have
I had.
the price
I
up?
just needed to scroll to the bottom, but they. Okay, here. Buy. We'll just go straight to that. That's literally Will I Am, like in the photo. I didn't.
300 bucks? Nah, yeah, that's about I was expecting it to be about 299.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right to me. And then they have a black and orange. So I think there's different like things that you can purchase with accent colors and stuff like that. I would either go with black, with like the black and orange, or I might go with the white. So I feel like that can, I don't know. See, that's the decision. It's like, do you spend $300 and like hope that you're picking the right color for the majority of your wardrobe, or do you like really drop the money on this, get both, and you can do a white for like a summer lighter look, and then, or if you like your winter gear is like all white
I
head to
don't
toe.
think the white would go.
I just worry about it
black
getting dirty.
black kind of goes with everything.
This is true.
So
This is true.
I would probably go towards black, but that is an awesome looking mask.
Yeah, thank you, Debbie, for dropping that in our Discord. And you guys, for the rest of our stream today, we're just gonna do just a casual Q&A. So if you got questions, drop them in the chat. Apologize in advance of time if I'm not catching your questions in the chat, because they go by pretty quickly. I think the
Jack
chat
says get the
loose.
black.
Get the black.
Get a no. Jack says to get like a black pink colors.
Oh, black pink in your area.
That would be really
I wear
cool.
that to their concert that I can't afford to go to because they're too expensive. Also, the chat lost their mind about your having sex at Disney. Like, not that you and I have like, had experience of that, just that
Nope.
us hearing people talk about it. People are like, it's a family place. I agree. Why would
That's
anyone want to
why
have
people
sex in
do
an
it.
airplane bathroom? It's barely big enough for one person. Yes,
But yet,
agree with that.
some people still do it.
Also, like, you are not being inconspicuous when two people walk in. Like, you think the stewardess don't see this and they're like, hello, excuse me.
Mhm.
Why not just make it up, just say you did it. Nobody's gonna question you. They weren't on the flight with you. You don't know. They don't know.
Mhm.
Just make it up if you feel like you want to carry that badge of honor. I honestly don't think it's that important. But anyways, Blade says, can we call that the Disney Down and Dirty? That's great.
That's what we'll call it.
Oh man. Marvin says no naughty, but Hellfire songs are okay for kids. Oh, he's talking about is it Mr. Toad's Wild Ride when he crashes
yeah, that's
and
right.
we actually go to hell.
Yeah, you go to hell.
Yeah.
That is something that it's kind of weird what's acceptable in society, you know?
Yeah.
You can have movies that you see people just get blood splatter everywhere kind of a thing, but no nudity
No
or sex.
nudity.
Never talk about sex.
Never talk about sex. Let's see. Any other TV shows you're currently watching other than Shadow and Bone? We're happy to announce that we hit the finale. We finished Shadow and Bone. Next on the docket, Handmaid's Tale. We know that's back. I'm still watching The Circle. We know on May 7th, Jupiter's Legacy is dropping.
that
so
looks
we
really
need to
good.
watch at least one episode of that. The Mighty Ducks show on Disney Plus.
We just finished Invincible. If you guys haven't gotten a chance to see Invincible, that
Rated
is
Ma for mature.
It's very violent,
for mature,
but it is so good. It is. It's pretty high on my favorite superhero kind of shows.
It's like, I mean, obviously, viewer discretion advised. Like, if you're really not okay with graphic violence, or if you don't do okay with gore and blood and things like that, the season finale is not for you. You're not going to be able to make it through it.
Ooh.
With that said, we love the series. I really hope we get a season 2.
Yes. Well, it looks like we are because they actually left it at a really good point
Yes.
kind of
Where I
thing.
guess if they feel like they don't want to go forward, we can all maybe refer to the comic books, because I
Yeah.
think there's an omnibus for the Invincible comics. But if not, I would really, really, really love to see a season 2. So we don't want to say too much. We were going to be doing a review for Invincible, so look forward to that. That's coming out on the channel sometime soon. We got to just find time to actually sit down and film it. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing questions already.
Because they just keep on flying by, especially when we start getting into things that we are excited about. And
Yeah.
definitely Invincible, Shadow and Bone are definitely our two top recommendations for
Mm-hmm.
things that we haven't been streaming reactions to.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
What else
Yes.
is something that we just recently saw that I was like, I thought we saw
That we just
something
recently
else.
saw.
Yeah.
We
Well,
watched the David Attenborough
oh
show,
yeah, that's right. If you guys haven't seen on
Life in
Netflix,
Color
Life
or
in
something like
Color,
that. Oh
it's if you're
gosh.
into if you love the
Nature
voice of David
shows
Attenborough, Life in Color is a really
on
cool
Netflix. It's
nature show.
available. It's really, really great. Debbie says, with what we know about Captain Marvel 2, what do you make the story to be? I feel like they can go a lot of different ways. I think that there's a lot of things that they are trying to bring together for the second story, especially with the introduction of obviously we've met her already. We've met Monica. I feel like obviously Monica will have. We know Monica is going to play a big part in Captain Marvel 2
Yep.
and what's going on with the Scrolls and with Nick Fury. So I'm not really sure exactly how they're going to link everything together as far as timeline goes and things like that. However, I will say with the addition of not just Monica Rambeau but also Miss Marvel, what I
Oh
don't
yeah.
want to see is too many characters squeezed into one film that it takes away from the core of the story. So because I want, if you want to introduce a character, you want them to get the right amount of screen time, but you don't want to take away from the titular hero story, which is Carol Danvers. So, because I would
Yeah.
love to see a little bit more of that, especially, you know, following what we've seen of her in just not her own movie, but in the Infinity War,
Well, also,
Endgame.
Captain Marvel 2 is going to be coming out before Secret Invasion, I believe,
Right.
right?
So there's so
So
many
I believe that Captain Marvel
things.
2 is going to give us a lot of the backstory and a lot of the setup
Mm-hmm.
for Secret Invasion
Mm-hmm.
kind of a
Mm-hmm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because from what it sounds like, Marvel is really trying hard to make it so they can have a cinematic universe tied in with a TV show universe. So it's pretty much all encompassing, all in one, which is going to take a lot of juggling. But if there's anything Kevin Feige has proven that he's good at, is being able to juggle that.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that they're going to start doing this thing to where the movies are going to start to promote the TV shows and the TV shows are going to promote the movies. So you just get this nice cycle of people watching movies, watching the TV show, watching the
Mm-hmm.
movies, watching the TV shows,
Mm-hmm.
kind of a thing. And it looked like the like COVID kind of gave them a little hiccup in the road, but now they're just
Gave a lot of people.
heading straight on, and I'm excited to see how this pans out.
Debbie says it still needs to circle around Carol. Yes, we agree with that.
Very
Secret
true.
Invasions, I thought, was before Captain Marvel 2. That would actually make more sense to me.
If Secret Invasion and then Captain Marvel 2?
Yes, because we need to see, but it's still like just a lot leading into it. So I just don't want it to feel too convoluted, too many things happening all at once. So then we feel like nobody got the adequate amount of time to tell their story. So that's what I don't want to see. But I will trust that they are going to do the right thing and tell the story in the right way.
Yeah. And here's another thing. Do we actually know what time period Captain Marvel 2 is going to take place? Because Captain Marvel 2 could take place during the blip. Because that whole time, Carol Danvers is not even on Earth. That 5-year time span, she's out
doing stuff.
She's out doing stuff. And they were like, hey, are you coming back anytime soon?
But she
and she goes,
specifically
hey,
said
you're not
planets.
the only planets out there. So I have other work. So maybe they're going to be filling in that gap, because I would love to see more content that takes place during that 5-year time period.
Absolutely. And before I lose this super chat, like I do so many comments that I had picked up, and then now I can't remember where they are. Marvin writes, before I forget, I recommend Don Prince Hugh's Songs of the Gorilla Nation and Circus of Souls. By the way, I was referring to Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Okay.
Okay. Got it. I'm gonna take a picture of this because I am gonna forget.
Recommendations.
Recommendations. I
taking-
always forget, so I have to do just a quick photo of. Come on. Oh, I hate it when my camera doesn't.
Come
want
on,
to do the
phone, work
thing.
with us here.
There we go.
But there's so much cool stuff that we have coming out, not just on what's on Disney Plus, but what Sean in the chat was talking about, that he can't wait for the Eternals to come out.
Eternals, yeah, directed by Academy Award winning director Chloe Zhao. Like, I'm so excited.
I mean, Marvel just grabbed that at the perfect
They knew talent
time,
when they saw it,
right before she got her Academy Award. They're like, "Hey, you're an amazing talent. You do great work. We would love for you to come and direct the Eternals." Oh, you won an Academy Award? Boy, did we call that!
Yeah, like
we knew you were amazing.
They knew it, and that's really awesome. Noah's asking about the SpongeBob news, so he says, right here, happy 22nd anniversary, SpongeBob SquarePants. I can't believe it premiered on May 1st. Wow.
I know, that's
1999,
crazy.
but it's sad to see the creator die on November 26, 2018. Rest in peace, Stephen Hillenberg. So we let me leave this up. I would not say we are big fans of SpongeBob SquarePants, as in we don't watch all the episodes. Do we know of the property? We watch a couple of episodes. Absolutely. We like all the episodes that we've watched so far. I'm particularly intrigued by the Wet and Wild makeup collection that they just released. They have a full-on like makeup palette. They have a SpongeBob highlighter. Talk about it on the Geek and Glitter podcast if you guys want to listen to that, which is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you find podcasts available. But it's like a full-on collection that really embraced the characters and the colors and the brand.
Yeah, didn't Sophia do something?
Sophia, if you know her from YouTube, she did a little unboxing and just so happy 22nd anniversary to SpongeBob SquarePants. And I think they're continuing to put out like movies and shows and stuff like that, which
SpongeBob
I
is
think
still
it's great.
super popular.
I love that so many people, really, really love it. Let's find another. Okay, JCL with the question: who was your guys' celebrity crush when you were kids?
Ooh, do you want the short list or the long?
You can't have the long list. We're running out of time. my battery is running low.
I think the one that comes right to the top of my head is Alicia Silverstone from Clueless.
Yeah.
From Clueless, and when she was in Batman. So yeah, I had a huge crush on Alicia Silverstone when Clueless came out. Mine was
Devon Sawa. If you remember watching him from, not Casper, it was the movie he made, Little Giants.
Oh yeah.
And then it's the movie, I think Christina Ricci. No, that's Casper. What's the Devon Sawa movie that I saw? And then I was like obsessed with him.
Well, now you're like Devon Sawa
movie.
Movies on Netflix? It's
he's also in Final Destinations, but Now and Then was the movie. So I saw him in Now and Then, and I was like, who's that? That did it for me.
Mm-hmm.
That did it for me. So who are you, some of you guys' childhood celebrity crush? Another great one, but that's not really childhood. I don't consider myself to be like child. I would say like I was teenage. It would be David Boreanaz.
Oh yeah.
I was obsessed with Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Obsessed. But then they entered Spike, and I was like, I don't know. I don't know. They're both cool characters, but I think #Team Angel, always on Team Angel. Lisa Bonet was mine. Oh yeah, Sharon Stone for me.
Oh yeah.
Tina from Ghost Rider when I was a kid. Remember Ghost Rider? It was like a Nickelodeon show, I think.
Oh, because that's like a Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
I probably did not watch that. I'm sorry, but I was actually
not
a big Nickelodeon fan.
How dare you?
I was more of like the Disney Afternoon kind of kid. I was more like with Tailspin, DuckTales.
Did you watch the Mickey Mouse Club?
No, I didn't. I didn't watch the Mickey Mouse Club. I was more into cartoons. I was really into cartoons.
There was a show also that came on before Mickey Mouse Club that I also watched, but I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, careful, honey, when you
No, it's okay.
do it like that.
Just getting some power, or else we're gonna lose everybody.
Oh man. Oh, it was PBS. They said
There we go.
it was like Nancy Drew, Casper, Scooby Doo.
I like some of these. This is a
Yeah,
these.
this is fun.
I'm trying to think of any other crushes that I had. I can't remember the actress's name, but I know I really like the Rory from Gilmore Girls. What's her name? It's
Alexis Bledel.
I thought. I mean,
She's beautiful.
and she hasn't aged.
No.
She looks almost exactly the same.
I don't know what
thing.
how much money celebrities spend on like skincare and their skincare routine, because they don't age. They just don't. They don't age. Like I know they have the money to like be able to get the best skincare products, or go and get like the best facial or whatever. Like I've never had a facial in my life. Like I've never gone. I just feel weird when people touch my face. I feel it's not the same as having a makeup artist touch your face. Like when they actively are like massaging your face, like I kind of have anxiety with other, and I'm just like, no, I think I need to do it myself. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I like Jax. Jax makes a lot of, Jack makes a lot of sense. Jennifer Lawrence. Not only the fact that she is beautiful in a lot of the movie, in
the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. She was in that too.
Oh, really?
Alexis Bledel?
Oh, no, I was thinking Jennifer Lawrence.
Oh, sorry.
But that's where my mind was.
Still, okay.
But also, she's very adorkable kind of a person. So she's very much like kind of like an Anna, to where, yeah, she's pretty, and she's also just kind of like a cute personality kind of thing. When you see her, when you saw her trip at the Academy Awards,
humiliating.
But yet she was still
played
able
it
to
off.
laugh
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's
an amazing
great.
actress.
Yeah. Let's see. I just saw a comment here from Mossy. Mossy writes, "Hello, been a fan since your reactions for WandaVision. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Are you excited for the Bad Batch?" Yes, we are. I am so excited. I think the episodes come out this Tuesday on Star Wars Day, May the 4th day. So we'll definitely be watching and doing a reaction for that. No telling on when exactly we're gonna, like, do they release it at midnight? Do they release it during the day? I am not sure. I feel like the Mandalorian, like it was released different times. So I don't know when exactly that video is going to go up. I don't think it's going to be like a midnight issue thing like the Marvel shows. Which I could totally use a break from. Let's be honest.
I'm hoping that they come out. I feel really bad for like late to the party who has to stay up until like
1 o'clock in the morning.
1 or 2 o'clock. And then even, man, if you're on the East Coast,
it's 3 a.m. for them.
It's 3 a.m. You have to wait for if you wanted to do your reactions. And it's like, we fortunately luck out because we're here in California.
Yeah.
But I feel really bad for anyone who is doing our job on the East Coast.
I would just nap all day and then just stay up for if you can afford it. I know that's not everybody's case. Some people, like YouTube could just be a side thing for them, like a side hustle. And then is it worth it getting less sleep to film a reaction video and then do the editing, which takes a while? So to Masi's question, are we going to be reacting to the Bad Batch? Yes, we are, just like you saw in WandaVision. So we will start that, I guess, this Tuesday. Sometime the video will come out, or sometime on Tuesday, just because we don't know when that video is coming out. So we're not sure.
Yeah, it'll all depend on, whether or not Disney's like, just drop it at an earlier time. So we're hoping that it will come out a little earlier. Saves us some frustration.
Look at remember Ghost Rider season 1? Debbie just dropped it in our Discord there, which is so much fun. Amazon knows what's up and released their Friday premieres usually at 8-9 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. See, I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel like they've been dropping Invincible. And it's worked out great for us. And kind of, I guess, in hindsight, we really should have done reactions to Invincible. But if we get a second season, Dustin and I
we're going to do reactions to Invincible season 2.
But we realized that we should have been filming reactions by like episode 3, and I'm like, well, now it's too late because I don't want to go back and film the first 2 episodes because it's not like a true, in my opinion, it's not a true reaction if we already watched it, right? So if that happens anytime in our like trailers, say if we watch the trailer, like take the Batman one for example, we called that and people still yelled at us or me, because I feel like I'm the one that's editing the video, so yelling at me because I come up with the titles. But they're like, if you've already watched it, you can't call it a trailer reaction. I was like, never in anywhere in that video I said this is a trailer reaction. The title even says trailer review. And I said it
Oh.
clearly. We watched it once during Fandom when they first premiered it, but we want to watch it again to kind of give it a take. And we still had a kind of a reaction to it because it's so good, and people like yelled at us for like, it's not really reaction. It's like, I never called it a reaction, I called it a review, but we're gonna watch it again. So like, anyways, I'm done ranting. Can I have your link to Discord server? Yes, you can.
Aha,
It
it's
is
still
there. It is.
saved.
Yeah, I know. Thank God. It is just been dropped into the chat. So
Come and join us.
come and
Join the
join
chat.
us. We have a super fun group. Everybody's super friendly, very respectful. Oh, thank you to MK dropping this in our Discord server. MK writes, Twitter, the Twitter account for Invincible says, announce season 2, you cowards.
Yes.
How about season 2 and 3?
Yeah. Woo.
Confirmed. Yay.
I'm excited.
Is this the official Twitter for Invincible? Hold on.
I hope so.
It is.
Because-
It is.
oh,
It's
yes.
verified.
Okay. Cool.
Seasons 2 and 3. I guess you guys are going to be getting reactions for that then. Because,
Oh, yeah. And hopefully they come out like now.
We'll just have to put like a what is it, like a trigger warning for, because it is rated M for mature.
Yes.
Because it's either I do that and people know that going in, or I cut out all those parts. And like I can show our reaction and just not show the
blood splatter and just kind of like censor.
Yeah.
Censor the
Maybe I can blur it or something like that. Well, I'll have some time hopefully to figure that out.
Because normally, if you're watching a reaction, it's probably not good to actually watch it for the first time.
Yeah,
with
don't
us.
don't do that. If you're gonna watch any show reactions, make sure you watch the episode beforehand, because our reactions are kind of chopped up. There's no way we're able to put an entire episode up fully on YouTube. They would probably take it down immediately.
Oh yeah.
So that's a no-go. Even if we don't have the video running underneath the whole time, like I still wouldn't feel comfortable putting up an entire thing like that. So, but thank you so much, MK, for putting that in Discord. I'm very excited.
I'm super excited for this. Yeah, the
really,
fact
really
that
fantastic.
they're already like, hey, people love this. We know we want to do it. Seasons 2 and 3, we are greenlighting and go. So, and it's also one of those things that technically, if season 2 happens to flop, they can always be like, we're not going to do season 3.
Yeah.
But it's pretty obvious from the fan reactions, from all of the reviews, that this is something people want, and people are going to watch season 2 and 3.
With all the trigger warnings, how did Sheldon Cooper last for 12 seasons? We don't know. That's the ultimate question, isn't it? Sean has a good question, easy question for us. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Well, I don't know what we're having for dinner, but I know what we're having for late lunch.
Yep.
Which is so on stream days we usually eat a very late lunch, because we typically will have our breakfast, and then there's just too much stuff going on, so we skip like normal lunchtime lunch, and then we will usually eat after the stream is over. And we're going to be making kimchi fried rice, because I have some not leftover, but I got some kimchi in the fridge that I feel like if I don't use up soon, it's gonna
go bad.
And it was expensive, so I think that's what we're gonna do for not dinner, but a late lunch. And then dinner, I don't know.
We'll figure out something. We'll probably go out and get some noodles, some beef noodle soup or something.
It's too hot for that.
No, maybe we'll do that tomorrow, because tomorrow is going to be cooler.
Nice and cool. Well, you guys, we are gonna go ahead and end the stream, because I realize we're a little bit over our hour mark, and I still have a couple of things that I wanted us to film. So we want to thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us today. Hope you guys enjoyed this a little bit more casual live stream. I know we don't do it too often, but when we do, we just like interacting with you guys. And if you want further interaction, you can go ahead and click on the Discord link, join us. We are just we're not only us are active. I would say the movie bunch is way more active than us. But I love popping in here and there just to see what you guys are saying, what you guys are talking about. And you guys are so quick on finding news and new stuff, which is really, really amazing. So we thank all of you for that. We will be back on, let's see, Tuesday with a Bad Batch video, Wednesday with the live stream, and then Saturday with the live stream as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then if you other times I should talk about Twitch. I will say I Twitch on Thursdays and Fridays and Sundays. And with that, you guys, we're going to go ahead and end the show here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time.